welcome in to another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, Hockey Edition. I'm Terry, Weapon X beside me. He's back. Occupancy bottom left, Polar bottom right. Who knows who else could show up? But it is a 4-team. Isaac saying, hell yeah, 2-hour show today. No. But yeah, we have a bunch of games to get into, so we're going to jump right into it here. The first one, Buffalo plus 350 in Toronto minus 450, a total of 7 in this one. Power will make his debut. I feel like there's something else I'm forgetting. I'm not sure. Power will make his debut. I wanted to get him for a point prop somewhere. Unfortunately, my book, the only book I have access to, does not have anything for him yet.
Do you have Cool Bet?
No, but I will.
Okay.
I will once my ID comes in. I will.
That's where I got him from. It's at plus 151 to get a point.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So if you have access to Coolbet, I would recommend that. I do think a lot of people are taking him to score. I think he gets an assist because everyone's on him to score, so he's going to get an assist. But
you said plus 150 just to get a point.
Yeah, plus 151 to get a point on Coolbet.
Jeez.
Yeah,
and
that's
he's on the second unit PP already. So and
that's a good bet.
The Leafs really give out a lot of points to defensemen already. Dalil, I think, has a point a game against the Leafs career-wise. Crazy.
Yeah, so nothing officially for me in this game, but if you can get Power to get a point, I would suggest that. But nothing officially for me. Weapon X, what do you like here? Sabres and Leafs?
Yeah, I'm really not going to pick a side. Honestly, for April, I haven't been picking a lot of sides. I've been really involved into props just for value-wise, and it's been hitting pretty well. So for me here, originally I looked at Matthews, but everything's juiced. I think him to score a goal is almost like 200, minus 200. And for him to score 2 goals is like only like plus 200. And he actually hasn't been scoring that much against Buffalo. So for me here, like you were talking about, Owen Powers is his first NHL game. It's a very good chance he can at least get a point on a power play or an assist, just pushing up the offense against the Leafs. I think we will see goals between these two teams, and Buffalo actually plays pretty well against the Leafs. So probably I would go. I'm gonna go with a full unit on Owen Power to get a point at plus 151. I think it's a really great value on that one. And you're not wrong sprinkling maybe a quarter unit or something at him to score. On different books, you got him at plus 550 to plus 750, depending on what book you're going to pick. So what's up? We're seeing. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm going to go to. I'm not really going to dab into much to this game. There's so many other games.
Exactly. Occupancy, what do you think here? Any thoughts, Sabres, Leafs?
Yeah, pretty simple for me here. I'm the type of bettor that will look to fade the Sabres any chance I can. Not today, though. Just there's a one line that's out there. Buffalo team total over 2.5. A lot of people toss that one around. It was even money last night, and it's still even money. The line hasn't moved. I just locked it in for a quarter unit. And then everything else can happen with the hype and the Leafs and Power and hope he scores. Help that team total over 2.5. That's it for me here.
All right, Toller, Sabres and Leafs.
Yeah, not much here for me. Sabres got completely shut out last game against Tampa Bay. So look at them be trying to just fire away. Not saying that they're going to score, but the Leafs don't also have a great goalie in either. The team total over 2.5 is probably the only thing I would touch. If you can get the dude to get a point, yeah, I would definitely play something on that. My book doesn't offer it, but that's also a great play. Other than that, nothing for me.
All right. We'll move on along to the second game here. Anaheim plus 350 is in Florida, minus 450, a total of 6.5 on this one. Florida team total over 4.5. I got that. That is all that I bet in this game. Florida's at home. They can score 4 or 5 goals against almost anybody at home. The Ducks are letting in goals like crazy. Nobody in Anaheim is blocking any shots. Florida is going to get a ton of shots on whoever's in net. I don't care who's in net. Put Vasilevsky. No, I'm just kidding. But put any goalie in. I don't care who it is. The Panthers score a shit ton at home, and asking them to get 5, I don't think that's too much to ask. Weapon X, Ducks and Panthers. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, for me, the angle right off the bat would be the first period over 1.5. If you can get it, damn. Wait. That should definitely be plus money for the Panthers here. The Ducks have surrendered a lot of goals on the road in the first period. You look at how they play hockey, you look at the eye test right now, they're getting dominated most of the games, especially when they play elite teams or higher tier teams. Florida has started first periods slow lately, but I think this is kind of the spot for them to come in and actually hammer goals in the first period. So for me, I'll probably be on that one as a play at over 1.5 goals for Florida in the first period at plus 145. You can get on Bet365, and on the other books, you should definitely be able to get that around the same value. Also, I have Huberdeau to score a goal. He scored 2 goals against the Ducks. He's playing on the line with a lot of possibilities with Bennett and Giroux. He's always on the first unit PP. He scores goals at home, and I have him on a big parlay too with 2 other goal scorers. So I'll get into that later.
All right. Yeah, usually he's been an assist guy, but even the assist guys like Zuccarello, he's a hugely assist guy, and he scored a beautiful goal last game. So
He can snipe it. Zook can definitely snipe.
Because people will think that they're going to pass. The goalie is going to think that Huberdeau is going to pass to somebody else, and he's going to have an open net, and he's going to shoot. That's what happened basically with Zuccarello too. Occupancy? What do you think here, Ducks and Panthers?
Yeah, nothing for me on the side, and nothing for me on the total. Just the well I've been in all year, I'm going to stay in. Mackenzie Weegar over 2.5 shots. Is priced at minus 112 right now. Ekblad's out. He's trying to play that role of point man, point person, and Florida's just not letting off the gas at all. Look at their last couple games. they're just going hard right now, and I just think Weegar gets his as well. So that's it for me here.
All right, Toller, Ducks and Panthers. You're muted.
Oh, only thing for me on this one would be quarter unit on goal in the first 5. You got FanDuel. It's plus money. I could easily see Florida coming in and just pop one off the bat. Other than that, there's not much value on this for me that I could find. I'll make my notes. Yeah, nothing for me. Just Panthers minus 450 is too big to put on a parlay piece, even though they should blow it out the water.
All right. So hopefully goals early and Florida goals for my team total. Next up is Carolina and Washington. This is going to be a really good game. Minus 124 for the Hurricanes, plus 106 for the Rangers. Total of 5.5 in this one. I tweeted out last night the last 19 games, the last 19 times Carolina has gone to New York. They've won 1 and lost 18. So for some reason, this Hurricanes team does not like going to New York. The Rangers are plus money here, playing pretty well right now, fighting for the division title. This is a huge game, and I'm taking the underdogs, the Rangers, plus 106. Past history, current play. I think this is going to be a close game. I wouldn't talk anybody off the draw either, but I'm just sticking with the Rangers. I think the Rangers get the win here. Weapon X, what do you think here? Hurricanes and Rangers.
Yeah, I just can't back the Rangers. Every time I try to back them, they fuck me over one way or another. It's just, I fucking hate that team. I hate the city. I've lived there. I'm sorry. It's just, for me, it's going to be Chris Kreider to put one in. I think he gets 50. He's looking for 50. I think he gets it at home. I think we do see a tight game though, and it's not a bad value on the Rangers at home. Obviously, they've been dominating Carolina at home. We've all seen the stats, and Carolina's kind of been up and down. So why not the Rangers? I just probably will just stay away from the side and just go with Chris Kreider, who's my second guy on that three goal parlay with Huberto to score.
All right. I did forget to mention, I also have Cop over half a point, which at FanDuel minus 125. I believe he has 4 points in his last 5 games, and at minus 125 just to get a point. That's a pretty good price. So I'm on that as well. Cop. Occupancy, what do you think here? Hurricanes and Rangers.
Yeah, I feel bad going against like a lot of people I like in this space. I never like going against Terry. Yeah, he's the boss. But I don't know. Something about this game has definitely got me looking towards Carolina. They've been getting, a lot of slack for not playing well in the last few weeks, but I don't really see that. I still see second place in the Eastern Conference with 102 points. That's still what I see there. And then I see the Rangers in fourth place. So, recent form is what it is. And I mean, yeah, if the Rangers are happy to beat the Senators, a Pittsburgh team that has just collapsing, and then the Devils, like in the last 5, I mean, it's not the best competition there. So I wouldn't really talk too high on the Rangers, though I've noticed like playing in MSG is just weird for everybody. Some people can do it and they play great, and some people can't. It is what it is. Igor Shesterkin's saves right now are at 29.5. That might end up being my best bet, just because I don't think Carolina is gonna, give this in and then just not put up a fight. Even if they don't win and don't lose, I think Igor could get his saves. So that's my look, but and may end up getting on the Carolina money line at this price, but nothing official yet.
All right. Disagreement is good. It's always good to have some disagreement. So it's good. Toller, Hurricanes and Rangers. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, this would be a great game. I also can't really pick a side on this. Want to lean on the home team, but just plus 106, I can't take it. I want at least 120 if I'm taking a home team that's a dog. But what I did put up is Rangers plus 1.5 and over 5.5 parlayed. Get you a nice little plus 140, 150, depending on your book. That's what I like because like a couple of you said, it could be a close game. But I think it's going to be a slugfest. I think we're going to see just goals matching back and forth. Somebody's going to take the lead, the other team's going to match it. There's not going to be a 2-3 goal advantage at one point, I don't think. It's going to be a playoff kind of vibe. But it is MSG, so some people couldn't play weird. There could be some defensive mistakes. I like the over a lot if you just want to play something straight.
All right. Hey, that'll be a good game if that happens. I hope we get some goals in this one. Philadelphia is in Washington, plus 205 for the Flyers, minus 250 for the Capitals, total 6.5 in this one. I'm on the over 6.5, minus 108. Both of these teams have been scoring a lot and allowing a lot as of late. Both their games have been soaring over. So just looking at this game, I think the Capitals win it. They're obviously making their playoff push, and they're basically the last team that could possibly miss the playoffs in the East if the Islanders got hot and they lost. But I think the Capitals are motivated, but I think there's going to be a lot of goals here. So I'm on the over 6.5 in this one. Weapon X, Flyers and Capitals. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, I was looking at this game. I was surprised that the Flyers actually hold the season here against the Caps. I think they beat them twice in a row, or 3 times in a row, something like that. And the Caps I think the Caps definitely need this one. But at the line where it's at, even the puck line is plus 100. So for me here, it would probably be backing up Ovi to get on the board and get 2 points. I think he's gonna have to have a big game for him to win, and they need to win. They can't get swept by Flyers and then risk being on the outside looking in for the playoffs. So if it was better value, I would definitely pull the trigger on the Caps puck line. You guys know I love puck lines in general. I just don't like to pay a lot of juice for them or juice for them in general. So for me right now, that's kind of it. That's all I have is it's probably Ovechkin to get 2 points, and for him to do that on Bet365, I believe they only have him for a point. I don't know why.
Do they have multi-points?
No, actually, they have only 2 points on William Hill. They have him at plus 150, so that's actually really good value. On
What do you think
Bet365.
about 4.5 shots? Obviously, if you think he's going to score, Ovi shoots a lot. So Jay Shank was wondering about
Yeah,
4.5
I mean,
plus money.
what's the line though on 4.5 shots? Let's see. Because the thing is, at 4.5 shots, it's still a lot of shots for a game, and if you're paying juice on it and it doesn't hit, just to kind of get a unit back or something like that.
Well, he said it's plus money.
Plus 125. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good look.
I'd
he's
have to
gonna
look
get-
at how many shots he's been getting, but it's Ovi. He shoots a lot.
And he wants to get to 50. I know he wants to get to 50 because they're 45, so he wants to prove the field that he can still hang with the young boys. So we should definitely see him on the board. Yeah.
All right, occupancy, Flyers and Caps. Any thoughts here?
No, it's a game's a pass for me, but I did look up the OV stats for our boy, and he's hit that in 2 of his last 5. So he's not always getting over that 4.5 mark. And then the games before that, he only hit it once in his last 5 before that. So I guess 3 out of his last 10. So I wouldn't maybe say a full unit bet on that, but if you want to get action on that for the plus money, it could be worth the look. And then nothing for me on this game.
All right,
The other angle.
Toller, Flyers and Caps.
Simple and sweet. Capitals all season like to come out and score early, so I'm gonna take them first period money line. Other than that, I could see the overhitting. I don't trust the Flyers right now. I just don't like backing them to score goals. Other than that, yeah, that's about it.
All right, Ratim says Ovi looks hurt versus the Pens. Says go under. I guess we'll have to see. We'll jump right on into the next one. I know Ice X will be interested in this game. St. Louis plus 110 is in Boston minus 130, a total of 6. And this one, I'm taking the Blues. I'm on the Blues money line as the underdog at plus 110. And I also have a 2-team parlay, which I forgot to mention here. Rangers team total over 2.5, and the St. Louis team total over 2.5, plus 202. I really like the odds on that. So Rangers and Blues both to score 3 goals at plus 202. So there's that. And then I also have the Blues money line. I'm also going to have Robert Thomas and Buchnevich in point parlays. I'm going to get to the point parlays as soon as the show is done. So if you want those, you can check the spreadsheet where I post all my picks. And I'll have those parlays done after the show. But Robert Thomas and Buchnevich have been going crazy with points lately. So I like both of those. And I like the Blues to get the victory here. They've been playing really good as of late, unfortunately. Weapon X, Blues and Bruins. What do you think here?
For me, it's a complete pass. Pasternak, I believe is still out. So for me, hey, Isaacs, it's not a bad look. It's just I won't be paying the juice. You know me. I'll never be paying the juice. And that game honestly could go either way without Pasta. So if Pasta was in that in the game, I probably have something on this because then you have two really solid lines that can score for the Bruins. But for me, it's just to stay away.
Exactly.
Exactly.
No pasta or Lindholm. Hey, if I lose my bet and the Bruins win, I won't be too upset because it helps the Wild because I want the Wild to get a home ice advantage. So go Bruins, but go Blues. Whatever happens, I'll be happy. Occupancy, or Blues and Bruins. What do you think here?
Yeah, as fast as I can go with a rant. I was on the Bruins money line on Sunday. I woke up feeling great about it. Um, they played terribly. The game winning goal went off their own guy's foot and in. Is that's what happened? I think I was listening on the radio. Are you kidding me? This is April, and the game winning goal is going to go off your own guy's foot. It's sad. That's sad AF right there, and just they just lost all my respect. Honestly, um, they are what they are, and I wish them luck. But this was the first year I started betting Boston money lines, and it was okay a couple times. Honestly, like I know ISX is our guy, and they're great. They're still solid. They're in the standings and they're in the hunt, but just they lost my personal backing. So I'm done with them. If anything, I'll look to that play Terry put on with a team total over 2.5 for St. Louis, and then maybe the money line as well.
All right. Everybody has those teams that you have to step away from. Eventually, you may go back, but sometimes you got to put a team on your no bet list. I feel it. Toller, Blues and Bruins. What do you think here?
I'm on the opposite side of occupancy here. The Blues have been on my no bet list, as IceX is in my Discord. He knows. I no. Every time I bet them, they lose. Every time I bet against them, they somehow win or something that I think is complete BS in my eyes. So it's complete fade for me. There's too many other games tonight for me to risk it on another Blues
They're the
game.
Rangers for you. Yeah. For me. I mean, the Rangers for me are it's for you. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is like that, man.
All right, we'll jump on to the next one. This one should go by pretty quick. The Senators plus 100 are in Detroit minus 118. Total 6.5 here. I'm on the over. I expect goals in this game. Sadly, I got it minus 110. Now it's plus 100. But yeah, I expect goals. When it comes to player props, I'll probably have Kachuk and Norris for Ottawa and Larkin for Detroit in any possible point parlays that I do. Weapon X, what do you think here? Sens and Red Wings.
You can't see what's written there, but that's the meme where it says you can't sit with us. That's basically what I say to this game. You can't sit with us because I don't want anything to do with this game. I do not. I'm sorry, Turnsy. Turnsy's my boy now, but God, your team is awful, and I can't trust the Senators at unless they're plus 200 odds. I never seem to catch them either. So for me, it's just a complete stay away.
All right. Yeah, I did lean the Sens. They've already beat Detroit 5-2 twice this year. So I did lean the Sens, but I just went with the over. Come and see. Any thoughts here, Sens and Red Wings?
Yeah, I actually kind of like this game here. There's a little beef for people who follow it with Larkin and Joseph. I think I talked about it a tiny bit last time, but first game of the season when Joseph was on TBL, there was some altercation and they just were beefing. And I don't know if it was from their days before or whatnot, but there's some real beef between them. Joseph put up a hattie in their first game when he was on Ottawa. So Red Wings are. I don't think the Red Wings are very happy with that. To be honest, there. And I don't know how that comes out and like to go in again and lose to Ottawa again. I think in that next matchup, I'm gonna back the Red Wings. So I'm gonna get Detroit minus 120 on my card. I like that. And I checked out Larkin's player props, and they're a little expensive. So I don't really want to put him for 2 points or 4 shots. It's just a little high. But I'm gonna take the Red Wings on the money line.
All right. Toller, any thoughts in this, the game of the night, the Sens and the Red Wings?
I'm actually going opposite. I'm going Senators money line. Nothing crazy though, just a half a unit since it is plus money. And we got so many other units spread out throughout the night.
Turns he never got back to you, huh?
What?
I said turns he never got back to you.
Man, he just didn't say anything. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna trust my gut on it. The Senators, like Terry said, they've already beat them 5-2 twice, and in their last 5 games against teams under 500, they're 4-1. They like to do better against shittier teams. And Detroit can't stop a beach ball. I'm pretty sure Grease is going to be in the net, and yeah, his gear must be greasy or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna back the Sens here. They've done me decent here past couple of times that I backed them, so I personally don't have anything against them. I could also see goals, but only in the first period. I think Senators break away again, so over 1.5 in the first period and Senators money line.
All right, so we got one on the Sens, one on the Detroit, and me on the over. So let's get some goals, and 2 of us will be happy. We'll move on to the next one. The Penguins are in New York facing the Islanders. Minus 112 for the Pens, minus 104 for the Islanders. Total 5.5. The only meeting this year finished 1-0 Penguins. I think this is going to be a close game. I'm on the draw, plus 300. My only draw today, but I think this is going to be a close game. I think it's going to be 1-1, 2-2, and it's going to go to overtime. I don't think it's going to be 0-0 though. Like I don't think it's going to be that low, but I think it's going to be a low
Wasn't it
scoring
1-0
game.
last time?
Yeah, the final team won 1-0. Pittsburgh won 1-0.
It's crazy.
So I don't think it's going to be that low. I think it's going to be 1-1, 2-2. So I want to talk anybody off the under, but 5.5. I just don't. I'm just going to go with the draw. Weapon X, Penguins, and Islanders. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, man, this is gonna be tough. It could basically be a toss up. But for me, I don't know. Just the way things are right now, the Islanders are pretty much done for the playoffs, and I think Pittsburgh really needs this game more, especially with Malkin out. So if I were to play something, I'm looking here at a bet builder in this game. Crosby to score, and then the Penguins to win is plus 300 together. So that would be a value for me. I think I think Crosby stays hot. He's been pretty hot this month, coming in for March. So I know Mel is gonna like that. That's her main man right there. So Sid the Kid to score and Penguins to win a tight game.
All right. Occupancy, Penguins and Islanders. What do you think here?
Deep breaths. I didn't have one Pittsburgh Penguins moneyline ticket last year, not one. And this year I have a bunch, and I won a couple. I'm not mad about it, but I had one on Saturday, and it was so sad. They're falling apart. Still respect their fans, and they are what they are, but they are literally falling off the wagon. And I would be very nervous if I were Penguins fans. They do not do well on the island, and the Islanders all know that. I'm on the Islanders money line, and I may go up full unit on this one, and that could be my best bet.
All right. Toller, any thoughts here?
Yeah, I'm also on the Islanders, but I'm taking them in regulation because I think they get the job done. Penguins, it might just be because I'm pissed off because they beat up my Preds in the overtime last time out, but I don't know. Like you said,
Yeah,
they're
you
not
guys should have won
good
that
on
game.
Island. The Islanders been playing really good as of late. What?
No, I said the Preds should have probably beat Pens last game, honestly.
Oh, they cost me $1,000 that day. I'm so mad. Like, so I'm saying this might just be a revenge bet for me. But I do like the Islanders in this spot. They're at home. They've been playing good as of late. Pittsburgh's been kind of fumbling the bag when it's needed, when the pressure's on. They don't have a bad goalie matchup here, but I'm going to take Islanders in a raid.
All right, so we got some different opinions here, but hey, that's always good. We'll move on here to the next one. This is the game I've been waiting for. Edmonton plus 112 is in Minnesota minus 132, total 6.5. In this one, I'll start off with the one player prop that I am on, and that is Captain Jared Spurgeon to record a point, minus 130. He has been on fire as of late offensively. Him and Middleton work great together. Middleton's been chipping in the points as well, but he's more of a defensive defenseman, which allows Spurgeon to go on the offense. I'm also on the Wild to win, the Wild to win in regulation, and the Wild team total over 3.5. I get it. The Oilers are playing well. Minnesota's beat them twice already this year, and Edmonton just doesn't have a good history against the Wild. The Wild still have something to play for here. They're most likely facing St. Louis, the last team I wanted them to face in the playoffs here. Home ice is at play. So they need to continue to win to get home ice, because if you're going to beat the Blues, you need home ice advantage. So I think we're going to have a motivated Wild team here. Fleury started pretty rough his last game, but he shut the door after that. The Wild stormed back. It was a power play. The Wild got a power play and scored. And then after that, looked like a completely different team. So I'm hoping that they keep that going here against Edmonton. And I'm going to back the Wild, of course. The Wild team total over, and Spurgeon to record a point. Weapon X, what do you think here? Oilers and Wild.
Yeah, this is going to be a really nice game to watch, honestly. If you want to watch some good hockey, I think that's going to be it. Edmonton has been playing considerably better than the shit wagon that they've been most of the year. So, but yeah, I just can't go against Minnesota right now. Minnesota is probably one of the hottest teams in the last month and something here. So for me, it's Krill, the Thrill, Kaprizov to record 2 points. That's plus 163 on William Hill. I believe on any other book you'll find it between 150 and 140. He gets a lot of points at home. He gets, I believe, almost 3/4 of his points at home. And I think we see goals in this one, honestly. So that bodes well for the point props.
All right. Rasima asked about the draw. No, I think the Wild get it done in regulation. I don't think they're going to blow it out. But the only way that I think it goes to overtime is if they're down late and they have to pull a comeback. That's the only way I would see it overtime there. Akmancia, what do you think here? Wild and Oilers.
Yeah, maybe the best bet I've ever taken this season was Wild in regulation on Sunday, thanks to Terry. It was just a phenomenal effort. It was unbelievable. To go down 3-0, yeah, most people walk away. I think that's over. That's just crazy. And the whole time during that game, I'm thinking, like, who is the piece here that is holding this team together? And don't look now. It's Jared Spurgeon. Guy's on a point streak. Set 8-game point streak. Minus 115 for him to get over a point will definitely make my card. Love that look. I agree with the community in that the Oilers should have. They put up a good fight on Saturday. Maybe it is what it is, and they were close. I had a little Edmonton puck line that night that with an empty netter would have looked a lot different. But Colorado is Colorado, and they stuck it to him and said, no, we're not just, anyway, we all saw the game. So my point is Edmonton is great. They're solid. I mean, they're really good. But here, I think the Wild have too much of an advantage. My bad, in the net, and I think the Wild have too much of an advantage overall. So let's go with Wild on the money line. Let's keep this rolling. Let's go Wild picks. It's where it all started. Wild money line.
I love it.
Full circle.
Toller, what do you think here? Oilers and Wild.
Yeah, I also think Wild getting. Do we know who the Oilers confirmed as a goalie?
I don't believe goalies are confirmed.
I think it's Koskinen.
Yeah, I know Talbot's confirmed. Nobody's confirmed.
No, it's Koskinen.
Oh, it is? Oh, my bad. Nobody's confirmed then.
That's RotoWire.
Oh, well, be careful then. Mike Smith is projected at mine. Let me check another one.
Yeah, let's. Anyone have the Twitter of the Oilers? Let's see.
Because if it's Mike Smith, I'm all over the Wild.
Okay as of late.
Am I blocked from the Oilers? No, I'm not yet. I chirped so much there and that I thought I was blocked.
Yeah, nobody confirmed yet.
I get blocked.
I still lean the Wild.
Yeah.
You lean Wild? Anything else? Or should we go on? Toller?
No, just the Wild money line.
All right, I like it. I'll move on along here. This is actually messed up. Sorry. San Jose is in Nashville. Plus 180 for the Sharks. Minus 215 for the Preds. A total of 6 in this one. I didn't get to anything here. Now that I've heard that Kakinen has been confirmed. I'll be going to Predators team total over 3.5. Kakinen has struggled heavily. His last few starts in Minnesota, since he's come to San Jose, he's struggled. I think we get a motivated Predators team here. So I like team total over for the Preds. Weapon X, what do you think here? Sharks and Preds?
Yeah, this is definitely a Preds puck line for me. That's where I was looking. That was one of my main plays that I was going to put today. I'm definitely backing Toller's team here. And the other play I had, that's the third goal scorer in my 3-goal scorer parlay, is Philip Forsberg to get back on the score sheet. He has been a little silent, but he scored most of his goals at home. They separated him and Duchesne on first and second line, but I think it gives them actually a kind of a better balance on the offense. So I think both guys get on the score sheet here. And that parlay that I have with the 3, Huberdeau, Kreider, and Duchesne, is a plus 1,517. So I'm gonna roll with that. We've been hitting those pretty often this month. So hopefully we keep going. And for Duchesne and Philip Forsberg to score on the anytime goal scorers double, it's plus 320. It's not the greatest value for a double goal scorer, but I think both guys get on the score sheet here, and we should see Preds smack. Sorry, occupancy. I know you're a San Jose fan, my boy. I just realized from your hat.
I just live here. Yeah.
He's an Islanders fan that lives in San Jose.
Okay.
Yeah, I just try to blend in with the locals.
This does make sense here, but if in order, Kakinen would have to stop some pucks, and I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately, for him. Occupancy, what do you think here? Sharks and Preds.
Yeah, guys, I just want you all to know that I think the same way you all do on this game. No differences. I've just been on Saros's saves prop, so I need to stay there. It was my best bet on the show on Thursday. We had over 28.5 saves for him at -115, and he had one short. It was painful. I hate those. But the books they're stupid today because they dropped the saves props to 25.5. I don't want to sound like a clown and just be all hard nosed on this bet. But I love it. Who's Saros over 25.5 saves at -125, and then why don't we just split up a unit, get that on Nash -1.5, and then their team total too, and then the Saros saves.
All right. So far, go Preds. Toller, are we all in agreement here?
I love to hear it. Yes, of course we are. Preds better dominate, or like I said in our chat, I'm burning some merchandise tonight. There's absolutely no reason we shouldn't tear Kapanen up. He's throwing an absolute fit since he's been at San Jose. He really just doesn't care. He's waiting for the end of the season, and I think he's going to try to get his agent to do something about it. That's just a theory of mine. And like everybody's saying, the Preds should be motivated. I haven't looked at the standings today, but obviously 2 points is major for us right now, as close as Dallas is. We don't want to play Colorado. We're going to end up playing Colorado. So we need to at least try to win these games when we have Calgary, Edmonton, and just top tier level teams coming up in the coming weeks. So this is a major 2 points for us, especially at home. It rained a little bit today, but the weather is really not that bad anymore. It's dry back up, and we don't care once we get a little alcohol in us. So I expect Broadway to be jumping tonight. Stadium to be going absolutely mad. Look for the Preds to cover it, be in regulation, first period money line, whatever you want to call it. Like, the Preds are going to dominate this game. I'm really hoping they are. But that's where most of my money is tonight.
All right.
Right.
Go Preds, go. We'll jump into the next one. We got 4 more after this. LA is in Chicago. +154 for the Kings. -154 for the Kings. +130 for the Hawks. A total of 6 in this one. I've not got anything singly in this one. I will have Kings money line, most likely in a parlay that I'll do after the show. I don't overly trust this Kings team, but they're facing a Blackhawks team that is in trouble. They have no goaltending. They have no defense. I expect the Kings to get some goals here. I would lean with the over, but I think I'm just going to get to a Kings money line. If I was going to go with the player prop, it would be Kempe for the Kings. So he could possibly be in one of my player prop parlays. So we'll see. Occupancy, any thoughts here, Kings and Blackhawks?
With the Kempe, got him over half a point in a little 3-legger for player props.
Oh shit. Okay.
The Kings, it's a weird price for a straight bet. Don't think I'll get there, but the +100 for the reg line, that's enticing. In a weird way, though, I think I'm just gonna pass for now. See how the earlier games go. But I'll have LAK reg scoped out.
All right, Weapon X, Kings and Hawks.
Yeah. I really wanted to take that puck line on the Kings, and then I kind of look at the results between these two teams, and it's actually been tighter than it should be between these two teams. Lankinen's not in nets, which is literally a goose for props. Every time Lankinen's in nets, you can expect players to overhit their props, which is nice. But Delia is in nets, so for me here, I'm probably gonna try to back up Campe to get a goal and a Kings win. Bet builder here. Um, been hitting quite a lot of these ones also. Where is this game? So that, for example, on Coolbet or any other book that you probably can get it. It's basically a same game parlay or called a bet build. And for Adrian Kempe, its score and the Kings to win is plus 250. So that's actually another great value there. That means the Kings can win in overtime. They don't have to cover any puck lines. They don't have to cover in regulation. They just got to win outright. And Kempe's got to get on the board, which I think he will. Kopitar has had quite a good career against the Shithawks in general. So I think he'll be assisting on a lot of those goals.
All right. Occupancy?
I had a quick one on it. The order got messed
Oh, yeah.
up.
Shoot. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah,
You're
I'm
good.
sorry.
You're good.
I
Toller?
thought I was tripping, man.
Toller?
I don't like a minus 154 money line. Stars showed up against the Blackhawks last time for me. So I'm going to take the Kings and reg again. Well, it wasn't the same teams, but I'm going to take the Blackhawks to lose in regulation again. I don't see them putting up much of a fight. Like you said, their defense is gone. Somebody commented just a second ago, Delia is poop emoji, which, yeah, that's an understatement. There it is. So, yeah. Yeah, team in front of him is bad. It's just not going to be a good game for him, I don't think. Kings have something to play for. Blackhawks don't. Look for him to really push here and get it in regulation.
All right. I'll jump into the next one here. Seattle is in Calgary. Plus 315 for the Kraken, minus 400 for the Flames, a total of 6 here. This was a pass for me, not a game I got to. I think the Flames win, but I don't know if they win by margin. No opinions on the total. If I was going to pick a player for a player prop for a point, it would be Kachuk or Lindholm. So that's basically it for me. Weapon X, Kraken, and Flames. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, I'm quite on a few props here for this game. I think this is going to be a series sweep for the Calgary Flames. They just played last game in Seattle, right? So this is a second of a back-to-back. I think the big boys get back on the board. In the last game, they won 4-1, but that first line didn't do much with Kachuk and Lindholm and Gaudreau. I think that line kind of gets back where they've been most of the season, which is dominate the scoring sheet. So for me, I have goal scorer on that one for Lindholm and Kachuk to score. That's plus 300. And then I got Kachuk to record 2 points at plus 150. And I'll probably be parlaying Calgary's puck line with something.
All right. Occupancy, Kraken, and Flames.
I'll end up tailing Bleed's props and then passing on any outcome on the game.
All right. Toller.
Yeah, I don't like the total being at 6. Don't trust the Kraken to get more than 2, if even 2, because I'm pretty sure Markstrom's starting. Calgary raced to 4, maybe raced to 5. Like Weapon X said, look for that first line to really start trying to get back into their groove here in this final week or two
Oh,
for
no.
playoffs. What?
It looks like
No,
Gaudreau. Racine says no Gaudreau, so Gaudreau may be out.
Mm,
Is that for real? Is that confirmed?
we'll have to look into that. Regardless, though, I do believe, Calgary should sweep this series here. I don't like a minus 400 money line. Just the race, too. Maybe the first period over. They do like to pop in some pretty quick. I don't want to risk it, though, to be honest, because like I said, I don't trust Seattle to really score here much. They're coming into a hostile environment. They're going to get – Calgary's trying to get some confidence before playoffs. Just other than that, that's pretty much it.
All right. I'll move on to the next one. The previous Stanley Cup final, Tampa Bay and Dallas, minus 158 for the Lightning, plus 134 for the Stars here. Total of 6. I am on Dallas money line, plus 134, even with Wedgwood in net. I like the Stars here. I think they're going to be a very motivated team. Tampa Bay, they did get their win the last time out, but they looked really bad before that. I think they know they're going to the playoffs. They're just focused on the playoffs, and I think this is going to be a losing game for them. So I like the Stars here, plus 134. Weapon X, Lightning and Stars.
Oof. Oh, boy. I think this is going to be a playoff type game between these two teams. And here Gaudreau back for weapon. I didn't say anything about Gaudreau. I was talking about Matthew Tkachuk and Lindholm.
Oh, so yeah, I think so. He didn't say Gaudreau's out. What he means is
Okay.
you don't like the third guy in that.
Yeah. So then I'm not worried then. Hell no. Gojo can get probably 2 points, but I think his line is juiced. That's the only reason I didn't give it out. I think guys like Matthews at this point of the season, you're not going to get very good lines because they've been overproducing. Kachuk's line is still decent for 2 points. That's all. But back to this game, Lightning Stars. For me, it's a strong lean on the Stars money line at home. Tampa has been very inconsistent. Very, very inconsistent. I do think they'll clean it up a bit. I kind of feel Dallas actually scores more goals away than they do at home. So I think that's why I expect a closer game between these two. So I never actually really got to anything. Rupe Hintz is probably going to be my only look in this game to really bet. If I can get a really good value on him to score, that's for me. He was hot last game. I think he's going to stay hot at home here. And that line's going to stay hot if they want to win.
All right. Occupancy, Lightning and Stars.
Yeah, it's a crazy card. 14 games. There's just a lot that could go right, a lot that can go wrong. Trying to limit my exposure, but I just figured out this game. All right, this is how I'm going to play it. I got Buffalo team total over 2.5. And if and when that hits, I will put that on the Dallas money line. That's how I'm going to rock with this. So just get a win. You want to get another win, more plus money. I like the Stars to win tonight, and that's just how I'm going to, play that one out.
All right. Toller?
Yeah, Dallas at home has paid me pretty good this season with their unders. They like overtimes. I don't know if I'd take the overtime on this one, though. I do like the under, though. Might even buy up to the 6.5 because I just hate pushes. I feel like it's a waste of my bet and time. Sit there and watch a whole game, and then all of a sudden an empty netter or something is either the reason you pushed or won or lost. But I can't stand a push, so I'd take the juice. Or even if the goal is scored really quick off maybe a lucky deflection or, sometimes how that happens in a game. Just nobody's set yet. I might really take it then if it's plus money. Other than that, I lean Stars money line. I was telling a friend of mine earlier that I also think the Tampa Bay is just set for playoffs. They don't want to get any injuries, and I think, Terry, you said it a few shows ago. They've been to the whole we've won our division or conference, get the T-shirts, yeah, rah, rah. They've won the finals the 2 years in a row, so they don't care about anything but the playoffs at this point. The Stars have a lot more motivation, and they got the home crowd backing them. They're coming off a 6-goal game, I believe. So it shouldn't be any lack of confidence on their sticks. Look for them to try to test Vasilevsky early. I think he's starting. And lean the Stars. If you don't want to trust their money line, definitely take +1.5. I don't see them getting blown out here.
All right. I was just gonna say, let's just skip this one. But somebody actually did send a best bet in this game, so I'll give everybody a quick chance. It's a
Are
complete
we
pass.
for real? Where is it?
A best bet in this one.
Yeah. Someone has a best bet from this game.
Someone's
But,
going Yotes money line. It's
Tell
got
me
to
it's
be.
Nick.
I'm not saying anything because there's one more game after this, and everyone will get to see. But somebody did choose a best bet in this game.
It's got to
But
be Yotes
it's a
money
complete
line.
It's gotta
pass
be
for
Nick,
me.
and it's gotta be first period. Devils puck line.
It's not Nick, but this is a complete pass for me. What do you think here, Weapon X? Are you putting all your units on this game?
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke that shit. Put it on a blunt and just smoke it.
Occupancy? Do you like this game?
Not unless I have to.
And you don't have to.
That's a
Toller,
good
any thoughts here? Devils and Yotes?
I lean Yotes money line, actually. Devils are without Hughes, and I believe they're missing Keller as well. Is missing from this game. So I'm leaning Yotes money line. I think Melka just absolutely breaks out here. He's had a bad couple games. He wants to get right. He's actually a pretty good goalie, just on a really bad team. And I think this is a good spot for them. I think everybody's going to bet against them. I haven't seen the line shift very much today at all, which is a little fishy to me. And we all know that Yotes like to just pop up out of nowhere sometimes, and it's a later game in the night, so I think it's just something that people think will get swept under the rug, but the Yotes are going to pop out here. Probably just a half unit on their money line for me.
All right. Ballsy play. Ballsy taking anything in that game. But we'll move on to the final game of the night. Vegas is in Vancouver here, -142 for the Golden Knights, +120 for the Canucks, a total of 6. I'm going to have Eichel in one of my player point parlays. I'm also going to have Pacioretty and Bo Horvat for Vancouver. I like Vegas to get the win here, and I'm also leaning the draw. I haven't got to the draw yet, but I most likely will. I think this is going to be a close game, but I think Vegas gets the win here. Up next, final game of the night, Golden Knights Canucks. Any thoughts here?
Yes, sir. Man, I almost want the Canucks to make the playoffs, just to kind of lift Ryan's spirit a little bit, and then
I think Canucks versus Colorado would be a very interesting playoff series for the group chat. But yeah.
yeah. But for me here, I think Canucks need this one. It's one and done, right? If they don't win, it's pretty much
Do or
done.
die tonight.
Yeah, it's do or die. So I think we see high scoring game. Yes, I think it's going to be kind of playoff style, but we've seen Vegas. Vegas cannot win tight games. They cannot win low scoring games. They just don't have it. They don't have the coach. Their coach is retarded, so they gotta play an open game. For me, it's Marchessault to record 2 points. Marchessault has been a complete Canucks killer. I also have him for a goal. I don't have the odds here in front of me, but that's definitely one of the looks I was looking at today. It's one of those games where I think we're gonna see a lot of scoring. Where is it? Why is the Canucks game not here?
All right.
Well, okay. You'll see it to me on my card. It'll definitely be on my main card. So look out for that.
All right. Occupancy, Golden Knights and Canucks.
Last few years, it would have been a no-brainer. It would have been Vegas. No-brainer. Canucks have been playing pretty well. It's not like they play like a very like not smooth, but like they get it done kind of hockey. I don't know. It's like a weird style if you don't see it, but like, they're kind of falling over when they're shooting and like, but they're still like making the play, but it's just not like the clean, like, like Panthers offense or anything like that, obviously. But the Canucks, I think, have a shot tonight. And I like what you guys are saying with the over, and this just may be a Vancouver team total over 2.5 kind of game for me. Minus 130, but it gets done, and then if it's a 3-3 game, whoever wins wins. And I'm not a fan necessarily of either team, but I'm a fan of money.
All right, Toller, final game of the night. Finish it off here.
Yeah, do or die for the Canucks at home in front of their fans. I expect them to literally leave it all on the ice tonight. See, they're gonna go one of two ways. They're gonna get that first goal, and they're not gonna look back. Or Vegas is gonna come out. They're gonna pop one in, two in, and they're gonna completely just give up, and you're gonna see Vegas tear out. I don't think it's gonna be an overtime game. I wouldn't put a draw on it. I'm sorry, Terry. But I'm all over the Canucks tonight. I'm willing to risk it on with their backs against the wall, like I said, at home for plus 120. Yeah, give me that.
All right. Cubano asked a nice question here, but it is a big slate. Tomorrow there's 3 games. So we will get to your question tomorrow for sure. We will head on to the best bet segment. There's the segments. I'll quickly bring up the standings here. Yesterday, a rough day for the show, just being one game, and unfortunately, it did not go well. It's been a rough stretch for me. I'm not going to lie, with best bets, but everything else is okay. But best bets have been a little rough. But we'll move on along to the picks here. Dog the day. Nick chose the Rangers. Melissa and DJ both chose Ottawa. Weapon X, is there a dog that you like?
Oh, I didn't look at the dogs, honestly. Dallas is probably the one I like the most. At home, in a tight environment, I think they keep winning here, and kind of like Toller said about the occupancy and all you guys said, they're a playoff team. Tampa's gonna get to the playoffs one way or another. I don't think they're scared of anyone in the East, honestly. Even if they end up in the wild card, I don't think they're scared of Florida. I think they beat Florida before. Florida has no defense. So for me, probably let's go with a dog. Let's go with Dallas.
All right, occupancy. Any dog?
Vancouver.
All right, Toller.
Gotta go Yotes.
Oh, interesting. I thought you were going to go Vancouver. But
Oh, we're saving that.
All right. Next up, I didn't have dog of the day up. Oops. Next up, over under. Nick chose Philly Washington over 6, but that's actually a 6.5. So unless he got a 6 somewhere, but I'm going to say 6.5. Melissa went with LA Chicago over 5.5. But actually, I think that's a 6 as well.
I had 5.5 on that one. That's what I was gonna put.
Oh, it is 5.5 somewhere. Okay.
It was on earlier on FanDuel.
Okay. And then DJ went with Buffalo Toronto under 7. I'm gonna go with Philly Washington over 6.5 as well. Actually, you know what? No, I'll go Ottawa. I'll do something different. Ottawa and Detroit over 6.5. I expect goals there. Weapon X, is there a total that you like today?
That's not juice. That's a good question. Over 7. Wow.
Well, we'll come back to you. Occupancy, is there a total you like?
Let's do Vegas, Vancouver over 6.
Yeah, probably.
6. All right. Toller?
Kings over 5.5.
Right. Weapon X, is there a total you like?
Yeah, let's go with same one as occupancy. Like I said, I think we see goals. Golden Knights connects of 6.
All right. Best bets, best parlay pieces. I'm not ready for this. Nick chose the Rangers plus 114. Parlay piece Kings money line. Melissa went Kings in regulation for her best bet. Calgary money line as her parlay piece. DJ, he's the one with the best bet involved in that game, the New Jersey Arizona. He went Dougie Hamilton over a half a point. And actually, just let me make sure 100%. Because I typed that. Yeah, over half a point plus 110. And then Kings team total over 2.5 as his parlay piece. Who's ready and wants to go?
I can go.
Okay, occupancy.
I will go to Husey Saros over 25.5 saves, minus 125.
All right. Soros over 25.5.
Yeah.
What's the odds again?
Minus 125.
Perfect. And parlay piece.
Yeah, let's go Detroit money line.
Right, my line. All right. Toller.
Parlay piece. Give me Panthers money line, I guess. And then this is the crucial stages right here. We can do parlays, can't we?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
parlay.
you can like a bed builder or something.
Give me Preds money line parlayed with. Oh, do I want Canucks or Stars? Man, give me Stars 1.5.
What are the odds for that?
I don't have the exact odds for that, but I'll give it
Okay,
to you
yeah,
right after
we'll
the
get
show.
it. Yeah, we'll get it after the show. It'll definitely be over minus 150, so that's good. For me, best parlay piece, I'm going Spurgeon over half a point. He's been on a roll, and we all know what it's going to be. Give me the Wild money line. Why not? Go back to the well. Save my record. I think it's minus 132 currently. I'll go with that. Weapon X. What do you think for parlay piece?
Parlay piece. Let's go with Matt Duchene to record a point.
I like it. It'll also be on some of my player prop parlays.
Yeah, he's really hitting that with that line with the Granlund. They have a good chemistry, him and Granlund.
Man, if he gets another breakaway, he's burying it just like last game.
He's what?
He's burying it just like last game if he gets another breakaway.
Yeah, Ducci's actually having I would say career year, right? We haven't seen him kind of shine since Colorado, which is nice to see. And speaking of, as my best bet, I'm hesitating between two bet builders here.
Turnsy, let's go Wings. Listen
there
back
he
earlier.
is.
Weapon X had some nice things to say about the Wings. So check back at that part of the show, and you'll be happy to hear what he had to say.
Sorry, Turnsy. I'm sorry, bro.
What do you think for your best bet, Weapon X, so we can finish her on off?
Okay. Let's fucking go with this. Part of my language. Whoa. I know, guys. I'm sorry. Best bet's always fucking me up. So it's like a psychological thing, and somehow I never cash it. God.
Yeah, I was lying. Sorry, Turnsy.
Okay, I gotta go with that one.
I feel like you have good ones and then you overthink it, and that's why you don't cash them.
Yeah, it's good not to overthink.
Okay, fuck it. Give me Rupe Hints and Dallas Stars to get a win at plus 375.
Or
Going back to the well with Rupe.
that's Dallas money line, and you'll get the odds from me after the show. Already have them now.
I need some Nate vibes.
I think he said 375.
Oh, it's plus 375.
Yep.
All right.
It was that or Kings and Andrew Kempe. That was the two I was considering. I just went with the more plus money play, I guess.
Pin my question for tomorrow. We will definitely not forget you tomorrow, Cabana. That is the show.
Cheesecake, Cubano.
In a good bad way.
Yeah, apparently he makes really good cheese. He's a baker. So
Send me some.
Yeah. In a bad way, that's hard because I think a lot of that probably Tampa, I would say.
We'll get to that tomorrow. Because we have way past time.
Okay.
Best of luck to everybody tonight. Smash the like button if you like the content. Lots of content today. Check out the picks for sure. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and we'll see you again tomorrow for another episodes of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends Baseball and Hockey Edition. Best of luck tonight, guys. Have a good one.
Best of luck, guys.